Testing, testing. Engineering fam. Hold on. We're changing some settings. Hold on. Hold on. Today we're gonna do something a little different. You know, we're not gonna be on camera. One, because I look terrible. I look sloppy. I've been on monk mode for a little while, engineering fam. So just work with me. Uh, in a second, you know I stay struggle streaming. You know, I gotta make sure everything is right. Is it connected to my? Because I look terrible. Oh yeah. Okay. Low wow engineering fan. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. So, as you all can tell from the title of this show, we're going to go ahead and give a good rest in peace. Oh, Shikari. I got Shikari. Is it this picture right here? There it is. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm gonna give a special, rest in peace to, as they call him, the Godfather, Kevin Samuels, who passed away. Well, I'm doing a late stream, but he actually passed away on Thursday. Apparently, like Thursday morning. It's kind of crazy because I didn't even realize I was watching his show yesterday because I had set it up for YouTube to actually be able to set a alert notification for Kevin Samuels. To be honest, I had to be completely honest. Yes, I did listen to Kevin Samuels. I'm not gonna say that I didn't, but truth be told, okay, let's go ahead and get into it because honestly, I was going to do there's a few different things. I mean, I haven't done an elevated episode in well over a month probably. Um, and I've been doing a lot of stuff. That's why been so busy with school, work, and everything. I know it's every excuse in the book, but I have not done elevated episode. But I have been putting out them get on codes, and I have been getting a surprising amount of slight subscriber growth and engagement. So yeah, I've been busy with a lot of that. I'm pretty much rounding out finals here in the next few days. And yeah, and then I'll be starting. I'm starting a new position. I'll talk a little bit more about that a little later. Over the summer, so that I'm kind of happy about. No, I'm not telling you niggas what my job is, or I'll tell you what my job is. It's data scientist. I'll be, it's a data scientist position, data engineer. But no, I'm not telling you niggas where I work. I am sure, people will be able to find out if they care that much, which, maybe it matters to you, maybe it doesn't. But anyways, I'm doing this late night kind of special episode for Kevin Samuels, man. Yeah, it was kind of a shock that he passed to some to but you know what, man, it's first of all, rest in peace if I didn't say that already. I believe that he left his mark here. I believe he was given enough time to get his message out here and enough people absorbed it. A lot of people maybe didn't like his message or his delivery. Very controversial. But I think he woke up a lot of dudes up to kind of get their stuff right, and a lot of females to kind of be like, hey, like, you're gonna die alone if you don't start being realistic. Okay. And but what I really kind of, because again, people hated Kevin Samuels. Okay, that's fine, but I was never one, because I had heard of Kevin Samuels well before he had the average at best video. Looks like that girl won't be able to sue him now, will she? Whoops. So, but he was getting a lot of hate because he was pissing a lot of people off because he was telling the truth, and the people who was telling the truth too are a lot of whom were black women, and a lot of them didn't want to hear the truth that Kevin Samuels had to say. Kevin Samuels was in that whole black manosphere situation, so I've had my issues with that sector of the internet, but it is what it is. I do think that Kevin was trying to send a good message out. It's kind of crazy that I'm talking about him as like, that he's dead, when it's like, damn, I was just watching this guy's show last night. You know what I mean? He was still having a good message then. So, again, what I really kind of admired is how, he kind of showed guys how to carry themselves a little more. I can't lie. I mean, there's a bunch of YouTubers who I learned from and listened to, but he definitely had me step up my, fashion game, being that I am technically what he would define as a high value male. So, I don't really look at myself like that. I just look at myself as I got the skills, a good job, and I got a business that even though I got one employee and I'm gonna be hiring another one over the summer, it's still not profitable, but I do it because I love it. But Kevin had me, stepping my stuff up to, because truth be told, if you know anything about me, man, I mean, at one point I really, I could dress really well. I'm still a pretty good dresser, but it does say something about it, man. If you don't take care of yourself, and me being an engineer, scientist, martial arts motherfucker, a lot of times I'm either in the lab, or I'm doing martial arts, or I'm in the gym. I really don't go out that much. So, stuff like what Kevin was doing, it was, if you go out, if you go be around, just make sure you look clean. And I think that's really good advice for any man, because frankly, a lot of us are like me. You're just like, hey, whatever, I realized that I hadn't really cared too much about where I looked when I went to Atlanta, and I went to one of these stores, it's like Nordstrom or something, and literally I was like, yo, just show me where the polos and the jeans are at. The girl, who's very helpful, she showed me where, the polo shirts and the jeans were at. I got one pair of jeans and a polo shirt, and that was it, and I was good. But I had to realize I hadn't even shopped for clothes in like 3-4 years at all. I don't know. Like, it's just like when you're busy with your stuff, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really what you think of, as much. Kevin was big on fragrances too. I've always been kind of big on fragrances. But man, it's just crazy just talking about this guy. He's like that. I mean, I never met the guy. I feel like I probably would have met him eventually. Because I kind of tend to meet other YouTubers. I mean, everyone's a YouTuber now, but you know what I mean. Like the YouTubers with like, big audiences. I obviously don't have a big audience, but I guess you could say I'm a YouTuber now. But But I think some very important lessons can be learned about Kevin Samuels. I think some lessons can be learned about how to go to business from Kevin Samuels. What really bothered me is, I wasn't surprised, but the amount of vitriol, particularly from, let's be honest, black women, after he dies, like, man, y'all really are that bitter. Y'all really are bitter, women just mad at the world. And he's right. Most of those women are going to die single. They're going to die alone. It is what it is. Maybe that's what they want. I don't know. But I do know that, I learned some stuff from Kevin Samuels. And, well, really, there's, and I don't have any notes this episode of Elevated. I don't have any. Normally, I have my notes. Very, very loose script. So I can kind of, keep things in focus and keep things, on balance. But because I obviously I don't take calls. I don't think I ever would. People are too crazy. But I believe that we, as you can call us the black media, what have you, we have an obligation to critique anyone, who's in a public eye like that. But, when did it start becoming part of black culture to talk shit about somebody who we didn't like? Like, Kevin Samuels never killed anybody. He never R-worded anybody. He never, well, at least as far as I know, never, stole money from people. He was just giving his opinion and his advice, and people hated him for it. Or they loved him. But I just never, just amount of vitriol. Just understand that what happens to Kevin Samuels is gonna happen to most of us. Most brothers, if you hold yourself, stand up straight with your chest out and don't take BS and have lines that people will cross be about your money and, try to help your people or whatnot, people are going to hate you. And when you die, understand that just how they talking about Kevin Samuels is how they're going to be talking about a lot of you brothers. And I'm pretty sure the vast majority of you don't deserve it. And that's what I see about Kevin Samuels. The same people who are saying that they glad that Kevin Samuels has passed right now are the same people that were coming after Ice Cube when he had his plan for Black America. And they said that he was selling out in a coon because he went to Biden and Trump, but Trump was the only one to talk to him. That same bitter ski-wee crowd of angry black women, and these are the same people that are going to be talking the worst about you after you die. And it's going to be people, your family, people, so you just got like, all right, cool, But that's how y'all feel, I mean, you going to be dead anyway, so you ain't going to care. But your legacy is on YouTube. Like, it's not Kevin Samuels' legacy is on YouTube, man. Him dying like this, which is, it's still crazy just saying that. But him dying like this, I believe that this will his knowledge has already lived longer than him. His knowledge is already been beamed to all over the universe, all over the galaxy, all over. Aliens have seen it. You know what I'm saying? If we start getting into space-time, I'm going to get deep. We start getting our space-time, but if aliens is getting signals from us, it takes our signals 20,000 years to get to halfway across the galaxy. Them aliens is just like, yo, this old nigga saying some shit. 20,000 years in the future, they listen to Kevin Samuels right now. Sit on that. Truth be told, most of you niggas will never get anywhere close to that level of clout and fame in that short of time. But what's really crazy? people knows that I'm big on the spirituality stuff. I'm not a Christian. I don't have a religion per se. But man, there's been some crazy coincidences happening over the last few weeks, man. And if I tell people, then they can be like, "Oh, Nick, you blah blah blah." But the truth is, like, I don't know what it is, but I've been low key calling some of these things we've been seeing out. You know what I'm saying? I've been low. The thing is, I don't put it out there. But it's crazy that like, what do I mean? I mean, I've been saying for weeks, months. I'm like, I felt like somebody's gonna try to attack Dave Chappelle, and I know I was saying this like last week. And sure enough, it happens. But it's been more than that, because it was like, I knew, I don't know why, I don't know how, but I knew for whatever reason, a big YouTuber was gonna die. Of course I didn't know it was gonna be Kevin Samuels. But I just knew, and I'm just like, man. And I hate to say it like this, but I'm just like, man, I wonder what people gonna do when they first big YouTuber passes away. Man, I wonder how people are gonna, like, because we're in a weird space right now. In society where celebrity ain't celebrity, but celebrity is still celebrity. And I know it doesn't make, that sense, but let me break it down. Like, celebrity ain't celebrity. The slap. I hadn't done my elevated show. I was gonna do one on the slap, on the Will Smith, Chris Rock slap, but so many people was talking about it. I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna wait. I'm not really, gonna get right into it. But I'm telling you, the slap, the slap, I don't think it started the change, but I think people noticed the change with the slap. And they noticed that for the first time that I've seen in my life, celebrities, movie star, comedian, that Chris Rock and Will Smith are, showed the world something that we've never seen. And when we do see it, usually that celebrity is put the fuck out of here. But what I noticed is that these celebrities showed themselves to be human. And what do you mean? I know. Hey, elevator. Hey. I mean, what are you saying? Will Smith isn't human? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that they've been so protected for probably about maybe 100 years, 120 years or so. The celebrity, the actor, the movie star, I should say the actor, the movie star, the hip-hop artist that's bigger than God, the models, the comedians, they've been so protected that, we had no choice. We didn't find out too much about our celebrities back in the day. Now Will Smith is well, not right now because he goes through that shit, but Will Smith is talking to his fans. We ain't never seen no shit like that in the 90s, 80s, early 2000s. Really, we ain't never seen no shit like that, right? Is Kevin Samuels a celebrity? Yes. YouTube has designated him to be a celebrity. However, people think that, is he a celebrity because he's on YouTube? Yes, he's a celebrity. Is Kim Kardashian of the celebrity? She doesn't really do anything. Yes, she's a celebrity. Why? Because the people have said she is. So, why I say we're in a weird place in society right now is because the idea of what a celebrity is has changed. Yes, we're still going to have movie stars. We're still going to have rock stars. But, you know, Elon Musk is as big of a celebrity as probably LeBron James. You know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like, you know, he's a billionaire, trillionaire, whatever. Again, I've said this before. I'm not an Elon Musk fanboy, but don't get it twisted. Like, he's a celebrity. What's his name? The guy who went crazy for the Marine Corps stuff. Scheller, Lieutenant Colonel guy. Say what you will about him, but he's kind of a celebrity. Kevin Samuels is a celebrity. So what do we do now that the celebrities are touchable? That's my thing. What do we do now that celebrities, a celebrity is just a person who just celebrated and famous to an extent. But what do we do now that the celebrity could be in your living room? You know? And what's the difference now between YouTube in 2022 and Universal Studios Pictures or whatever in the 1930s, or Walt Disney in the 50s or 60s, or how about we could even go with the MCU? We could go to MCU. It's still Disney, but still they're making their celebrity. What's the difference between YouTube and Paramount Pictures? Who says YouTube celebrities can't be in the same room with Denzel Washington? Kim Kardashian sits next to all them celebrities. She known for getting beat down. Really, literally, that's trying to change your image now, but it don't matter. Like, so what's the difference between Kevin Samuels and the Denzel Washington? I mean, yeah, you can say Denzel's Denzel, of course, but is it Kevin Samuels? Now, did Kevin Samuels get some of his swag from TBA, Jason Black? Yes. But that does not mean he was not a monster in his own right. I mean, you got to start someplace, and that's also, again, let's go back to what I respect about Kevin. He never actually engaged with any of his haters. He never once named Jason Black. Ever. I never heard him. He kind of acknowledged him, a wink and a nod a little bit, but he never actually acknowledged him. Because, why would you? I wouldn't. It is what it is. Man. So yeah, man, just I did want to get into some nigga theories though. I did want to get slightly into some nigga theories. Like, was Kevin Samuels killed by the young lady he was with? I'm just asking. Was he poisoned by the sister code? Did the sister code take his revenge? I don't know. Maybe. Was a voodoo spell put on him by some Caribbean chick who didn't like what he said? Maybe. I don't know, man. Well, I heard it was an OD. I don't know, man. He doesn't seem like the type of dude to be doing coke like that, but you never know with these niggas, man. You never know with them. So, yeah, that's, some people are here to do their work and check out. And unfortunately, I shouldn't say unfortunately, But with the advent of the internet, like, again, there are more celebrities and more people that you're going to connect with. And when one of those people dies, like Kevin Samuels, then, you still lost. I feel like there are worse dudes. I mean, listen, you got people who rather have they kid or their young son listen and follow Lil Nas X over Kevin Samuels. Lil Nas X, who at the beginning was, I'm gonna take my Old Town Road, going to Disney and Universal Studios, going with kids, handing out candy and shit, and doing this damn shows and shit at schools and shit. And a year later, he's giving Satan lap dances and doing softcore gay porn and calling that a music video. Come on. Saying he don't give a F about your kids. I don't give a boop about your kids. F your kids. That's what Lil Nas X said. Kevin Samuels said women should be getting married. Men should be making money and doing what they got to do. And we both got to be realistic. How is that possibly the worst message that can be passed on? At the end of the day, 10 years from now, people may or may not remember Kevin Samuels. But I hope that the idea of celebrity will have changed. People who are to be celebrated are people that are actually contributing positively to society. Well, at least that's how it should be, right? Lil Nas X isn't contributing to society. He's a gremlin. He's Smeagol. He's, you know what I mean? Like he's Gollum. Like Precious. Like that's what he is. He's a leech. He's a monster. Probably a pedophile. Tekashi 6ix9ine is a pedophile. Like, okay, with Lil Nas X, I'm gonna say he's probably a pedophile allegedly, but Tekashi 6ix9ine actually has paperwork. Okay, it's a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Nicki Minaj is a bad influence. I like her music, but she talks real crazy about Black Americans sometimes, don't she? Cardi B is a goddamn terrible person who used to drug men and rob them. Who knows if she actually killed people or not? What did Kevin Samuels do that was anything close to what Cardi B is? There are women who deify the Cardi B's of the world, but Kevin Samuels is looked at as a misogynist. No. Cardi B is a misogynist and a misandrist. But y'all still go love that person, right? It's ridiculous. It's really upsetting sometimes the way that black folks treat each other. I mean, I don't want to go on the big, like, we got to treat each other better, my brother. See, I ain't doing that bullshit. I'm just saying that we need to, in general, somebody dies. This nigga is not a mass murderer. You know what I'm saying? You go on Twitter, they trying to kill this dude before, during, and after he died. And it's like, man, when did black folks become so hateful of each other? We wasn't this hateful before. It wasn't a gender war, which is fucking bullshit anyway. It wasn't a gender war. This is some new manufactured WS bullshit. But we love it. We eat it up. Kevin Samuels, oh my God, he's gay and he's blah blah blah. If he's gay or not, do it matter now? Cause he's dead. Now that he's gone, what was his message saying? Was his message saying some shit that he was, not on point? You know what I'm saying? Lil Nas X is not, he don't even, not forget off code, he don't even have a code. But somehow Kevin Samuels is worse than that? Come on. Kevin Samuels is worse than Steve Harvey. Think like a man. Okay, all these bitches out here thinking like a man, and 75% of them are single. Black women, 75%. Kevin Samuels brought the numbers, the facts, statistics, and the data. Now, as someone who is a data scientist, I'm gonna say that again. For someone who is a data scientist, which is was in a Forbes magazine like a little while ago. It was one of the sexiest jobs of 2020. I think it was before 2022, but it was like 2020 or 2021. One of the sexiest goddamn jobs, data scientist, which is what I am. So I deal in facts, statistics, and data. It's literally a part of my job. All a data scientist does is just apply statistics on a data set. Of course, I'm a data engineer, but we're not going to talk about that anymore. Anyway, but no, I mean, when you deal in a world of facts, you deal in a world of statistics and data, you start to look at things a little differently. You know what I mean? It's not about what you feel. It ain't even about what you know. It's about what you can prove. And I can prove a lot of stuff with the data. I can prove a lot, and I can also make you a lot of money. But that's not the point. You know? So I just don't, want to talk a little bit about Mr. Samuels. I think he did a contribution to society that was definitely needed. He definitely got the ball rolling, and things are a little bit different now that he left his impact and he got out of here. You know, damn. You know, speaking of which, I don't want to be too depressed, but I do want to highlight some good stuff too. In case you all haven't noticed, hold on. Excuse me. In case you all haven't noticed, I got my Twitter on here, but I did drop my. Oh, by the way, I would really appreciate a like, a share. If you wanted to subscribe, that'd be much appreciated too. But I believe that I dropped that video a week ago, maybe. I think I dropped it a week ago. 11 days ago. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I dropped. See, I haven't even been on Elevator so long. I haven't even updated you all on my stuff. Like, oh, hold on. Okay, so I've dropped like 3 Get on Code videos. I didn't even talk about. I was just so far on my I've dropped 4, as a matter of fact. Okay, I've dropped 4 since my last elevated episode. But the all 4 of them were NumPy. You can see the titles are a little crazy because I didn't know if I was going to be chapter 4 or chapter 3 or whatever, but you can pretty much follow along. If you check out, I did a compilation, right? So I did actually the Python data science NumPy tutorial, which is like under an hour. But it's basically a compilation of the other 4 videos, which is the Python data storage functions, the and the 3 NumPy tutorials, because there's 3 NumPy tutorials, so it's 4 videos. And then now that I have the NumPy tutorial complete, I'm gonna start working on pandas. Probably start working on those next week, after my semester is over. And you know what? I can't lie, man. I've been getting some good bit of interactions with my Get on Code videos. I mean, are the views huge? No, but there's a lot of engagement in these videos, and there's a lot more consistently growing views on my damn, was that 11 days ago? I swear it just felt like yesterday that I did that. But there's a lot of there's a lot of good information in these videos, man. There's quizzes in them. I pretty much go through step by step on NumPy and all that stuff. And the one video I have was a compilation. Keep in mind, this is gonna be a whole long video. This was an hour. I'm gonna add pandas. I'm gonna add probably Seaborn videos, and maybe Scikit, and that'll probably be the entire thing for the data science one. Eventually, I'm going to, well, after I finish this data science thing, I'll probably upload it to like Udemy or something. Like, I'll probably have a free version on YouTube, and then on Udemy, I'll have the paywall version. But the paywall version will have more than the YouTube one. Like, the paywall version on NumPy will have notebooks and resources that you'll be able to click on and go to, and some notes and stuff. So it'll be a whole like course thing. So yeah, man, I honestly I have fun uploading these, making these videos and uploading them. Like I said, Pandas comes next. But yeah, man, you know, I haven't been on the elevator in a while because again, it's just been so much stuff going on. I'm so like, God, I finished a certification course. My other 2 graduate courses, again, I gotta be in the next week. And yeah, you know, I got a tournament coming up in July. So I just been so busy. Plus, you know, running my business. Keep in mind, I am going to be hiring a Unity designer. In June, I'm gonna start putting it out there that I need a Unity designer, because the core version of my game, which we've now decided to call it Derive, the core version of Derive is almost finished. Should be finished hopefully by the end of May. I think I can get it there. But I'm gonna be needing a Unity gameplay developer. Well, truth be told, I really need a Unity gameplay developer with experience in RTS and network games, multiple player. And also, I will probably need well, I already have an artist, but I'm going to need a Unity designer, artist, probably a social media manager, and a sound engineer. I'm going to need those pretty soon, because we're working on a trailer. We just started the social media for Altered Reality Technology Studios, or Art Studios. So I'm going to be uploading a bunch of stuff, bunch of concept art, gameplay beta. I should beta gameplay videos and footage. So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that I'm doing, man. And I'm rounding out. My last semester's gonna be next month, baby. Can't wait. I can't wait. Last semester's gonna be by next month, or not next month. By next semester, I mean starting in the fall and ending in December. I'm getting the fuck out of here in December. So, yeah, man, that's kind of that's what's been going on in my plate, man. So, yeah, man, I'm definitely ready to graduate. So, yeah. What's crazy? I actually wanted to get on here and I wanted to talk about the Elon Musk Twitter thing. Because remember, he just bought that, and I haven't done an elevated episode in so long. I mean, it's been a bunch of technology shit that I've been wanting to talk about. One was the Elon Musk buying Twitter, which I may talk over this weekend about it. The other one was Activision. Was it Activision was being bought by Microsoft? I think Activision. Yeah, I think it was bought by Microsoft. Microsoft shocked tech and gaming world on January 18th when it announced it will acquire Activision Blizzard. You see how late I am? It's May. And I ain't said shit about it. But I want to talk about that too because, man, that's especially me being an indie game developer that I am, that's kind of a big thing because you understand that that means that these people are combining. That's Activision Blizzard, right? Right? Yeah. So that's Activision and Blizzard. And I mean, if you know, that's that for Microsoft to just do a boss move like that, man, that's a big deal. And I think Sony said they're going to buy somebody. Sony offer to buy. Who is it? I think it's Square. Was Square Enix. Okay. It's still a rumor, I guess. That'd be kind of deep. Hold on. PlayStation buying Square Enix is a big... when I say Square, I mean Square Enix because I'm old school. But Square Enix is a big rumor, but will it really happen? Well, they're going to need to if they want to compete against Microsoft. Because if Microsoft is buying Activision Blizzard, they just cornered the market. They cornered the market on RTS is. And hello, Activision, Call of Duty. It's too many. It's too many. That doesn't mean that Activision won't release games for the station, but it's still a big move, man, because Activision and Microsoft are going to corner the market. They're gonna start investing heavily. Actually, they already are. Microsoft, they're gonna start investing heavily into AR, MR stuff. And they're really trying to gear up to go against people like Facebook, aka Meta, which Meta may work, it may not work. I'm not gonna say that just because they're throwing all this billions of dollars at Meta, that means it's gonna work. Because it's not looking like it's gonna come to fruition like it should. But we'll see. I mean, either way, Microsoft is preparing to compete against them. They're looking at the long road. you know what? Nintendo's been actually very quiet. Typical Nintendo. You know how they do. They not gonna. You're not gonna move too fast. They go wait and see, and then they go throw something crazy at you. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Twitter being bought by Elon Musk and Microsoft buying Twitter, or not Microsoft buying Activision is some pretty big news. Mostly because I think because the upcoming technology is about to start making landfall here soon. That'd be like Web 3.0. That's decentralized internet. Quantum computing can only get more. Well, there's no place to go but up, to be honest, for quantum computing. And a lot of this stuff, a lot of these things are really going to contribute to the overall. Let me see. Did this finish? I'm sorry. I'm doing malware detection, modeling. Basically, I'm doing this project to see if how much I am able to identify malware patterns. Well, identify malware patterns for malware detection, right? And I was building all these models. Got this little error right there. I was building all these models, and it takes a little bit of time. How is my accuracy at 40? Wait, where's my accuracy? See, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. So we got 86% accuracy. I know people don't care about this, but this is just, this is what I was working on. I was actually working on this before I started this elevated episode today. But I was definitely I'm definitely in the middle of trying to finish this assignment when this whole situation came up. But as I was saying, these technologies are going to be opening up a lot more opportunities for processing power in particular, along with other things. Processing power in fields that are new fields that are opening up. So a lot of this AR stuff, MR stuff, VR stuff, which is augmented reality, mixed reality, and virtual reality. Man, you need the computing power to really, really be able to dream up crazy new things to do with those stuff. You also need the semiconductors, and you need the power sources that are gonna really make these things work. Because truth be told, most people don't want to put on that big ass headset, no matter how comfortable you try to make it. We need to get to the point where we're moving past headsets, and we don't need the headsets to be immersed. We just need, the lighting mechanisms for one, but I don't want to get too deep into it, but you know what I mean. So a lot of these technologies are opening up new opportunities. I know for me as an indie game developer, the proliferation, as you could say, of all these, the software, these technology, the development kits allows me to develop games a lot more streamlined than they could, even 5-10 years ago. So, I use Unity heavy. I can use Unreal, but right now my game is focused on Unity. And yeah, man, when you get stuff like, I focus on data science, I focus on machine learning, and truth be told, I started focusing recently on AI because I think that's going to be a field that I'm probably going to eventually go into. And I remember I said it on this show. I was like, I will never go into AI because I've seen too many sci-fi movies. But then it started occurring to me, one, If the money is there, I'm gonna go. It is what it is. And two, if not me, then who? Because if it's not me, it's gonna be the Nazis, and the Nazis are gonna be the people developing the machine learning models and the AI of the future. Okay, because they're already doing it. Trust me. So if it's not me, then it gotta be somebody. So it might as well get me. It might as well be me. So, but with stuff like AI and stuff, machine learning models, learning and unsupervised and supervised learning algorithms for data, um, and AI in particular, are going to, the field is going to grow, man. It has to, because if we're going to do AI as a human species, we got to do it right. And by doing it right, I mean we can't go too fast. We can't rush this. AI is not a field or a discipline that should ever be rushed. Just like when we first discovered fire, however many years ago, it wasn't a good idea to rush manipulating fire either, and it's still not. So that's why I do it. Because like I said, if I don't do it, then the Nazis will. So we can't have that. We cannot have the singularity being reached, and the next generation robots are being designed by Nazi developers. We cannot have that as black people, and we cannot have that as a human species. We cannot have Nazis developing the algorithms that are going to be inside the robots of the future. Okay, can't do it. So that's why you gotta have Negroes like me. So, anyways, I digressed. These technologies are opening up a lot of different pathways, man. And these mergers and acquisitions, these really big ones, I don't know if they're good or bad for society, but I do know they're happening. And I do know that, hey, when God's move, you better get out the way, or try to help them, or figure out what technology they're using and use it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? We cannot have Nazis being the people. I wouldn't even call them people. The things that bring in the technology of the future. We cannot have it. We cannot have it as a species. Because if the AI learns anything from the Nazis, they'll learn that humans are inferior. And guess what? You're a human. So yeah, man, we gotta figure this stuff out. Because our legacies are on the line. Our legacies are on the line. If we don't do the AI, the quantum computing, the data science, if we don't, the security, I'm basically naming all my disciplines. Nigga, you ain't slick. We hear what you doing. You naming all the shit you do. Yeah, well, I try to keep it a buck. But no, we gotta get on these fields, black folk, but everybody, but specifically black folk. We got to get on these fields. We have to get on these fields because if we don't get on these fields, we gonna get passed the fuck over. And in case you haven't noticed, there is a goddamn technocracy that it's not forming. It's already formed. Okay, I did a whole show about this. And that technocracy is not going to include very many black folks. And just like the technology now that has quote unquote, you can't see me, I'm holding up the double quotes, but has issues recognizing black faces, aka designed by Nazis. This shit ain't got difference to do with how dark you are, how dark your skin is. They doing that on purpose. If we don't get on that type of stuff, we don't get in this technology within this next decade, from 2020 to 2030, if we don't get on these technologies, if we don't start getting into these STEM fields, if we think that we're going to sing our way into success, then we will lose. And we will lose badly because no one's going to care. No one will give a shit if you cannot find a job. No one will care what your skill levels are. No one will care. Okay? Because we're telling you now. We are telling you now. You're not going to hustle your way into success. There is no con. There are no shortcuts. You know what I'm saying? There's only thing you can do is work hard. Outwork your competition. Because there's always going to be someone who's smarter than you, bigger than you, faster than you, more capable, but there will never be a motherfucker that will outwork you. And if you want to become successful in 2022, you need to start learning how to code. You need to start learning about cybersecurity. You need to start learning about math. You need to start learning about machine learning, AI. You need to start learning about networking. Certifications. You can get a bunch of certifications. I just got one. You know? I just got a data science cert. That was very intensive, but I learned a hell of a lot. But you got to start getting on this stuff, man. Basketball, while fun, the overwhelming majority of you, I'm talking about 99.99999999999% of basketball players will never get paid a penny for their basketball playing skills. Same with football players. So if you think that you're gonna start a YouTube, just go on and do nigga shit all day, and that's how you gonna make your living, you in for a rude awakening. If you think you're gonna just be a bootstrapper, and I'm gonna start my own business. Well, what's your business? Oh, I'm gonna do something with hair. I'm gonna do something with, take your pick. Oh, I'm gonna start a dispensary. How much money you got? You gotta have at least a certain amount of money before you can even get a dispensary license. Plus, you gotta rent out the property. You gotta actually have the growers on call, hire people. You know what I'm saying? How much is it gonna cost? I have my own business. I have an indie game studio, which for my goal, I want my indie game studio along with, my applied data science, machine learning, cybersecurity firm that I'm developing now. But right now I got a game studio. I do it because I love it. But if you start your side business just to get a little bit extra money, then you already fucked up. You shouldn't be doing your side business just to get extra money. You should be doing it because you love it. And then you should be trying to scale it till you get to the point where you have money coming in from your business. And if the money coming in from your business supersedes the money that you get from your primary source of income, which is likely a job, then you can start moving into your your side project or your side thing being a viable business that makes money. Enough money that you don't have to work at your regular job. When that happens, then you're good. Then you can start making moves. You know what I'm saying? If you're not ready for that, if you're not going to put in the work, then just get a job. But that's even that's even getting harder now because you know you don't have the same opportunities that your parents and grandparents had, and you're living in a different world. Your parents was in a first world nation, didn't have any competition, had a strong middle class, they had unions. You, millennial, Generation Zer, Generation Xer, you don't have that opportunity. You're competing against China, you're competing against India, Russia, the Koreas, Nigeria, Brazil, Canada, Western Europe, Eastern Europe. I said China, right? So how you gonna do it? What do you got? What you got? Smooth and jive talk your way into success? No, you got to pave your way into success by being the best version of yourself, working hard, being professional, taking calculated risk. If you're doing an entrepreneur route or really any other route, and you gotta make it happen. But you're not gonna make it happen just, hey yo, what's up? I'm selling these bags. You know what I'm saying? I'm selling dimes. Nigga, you 45, nigga. The fuck? You 45. You 35. You 25. Hell, if you're 25, you could start a business in your living room. Make money. You could do trading for a full time, forex trading, crypto. I guess start your little business. You could start your software business. You could be YouTube. You can write articles, whatever. But you can become a millionaire in your living room in 2022. I plan on doing it. Shit. I plan on doing it. That doesn't mean that I don't have a good job to fall on. And even if the job falls through, I still got the skill set that it ain't gonna take me long to find a job. I get hit up literally every day for job opportunities on LinkedIn or whatever, really. Hell, my last job I got through Instagram. Just one of my guys hit me up. He's just like, "Yo, you need a job? We got this thing for you if you want it." All right, cool, shit. Well, that's because I got a reputation for being professional, always hitting my deliverables, being easy to work with for the most part, and I work my ass off, and I'm highly skilled. You know what I'm saying? Just check out my videos. Check them out. Get on code videos. I'm teaching you how to code. I'm teaching you how to get money. All you gotta do is watch my NumPy series, and then go join a Kaggle competition. Even if you don't win, it's experience. Put that on a resume. Invest in some books. Watch a bunch of videos. Even if you don't watch mine, just watch a bunch of videos. And you can, man, I mean, you can make six figures pretty easily. I do. Not a genius. Not an idiot. You know what I'm saying? People usually call me smart, but That's what people call me. That's you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be smart. That's just who I am. You know what I mean? I'm not dumb. I follow my heart. I follow my passion. It's always been one of my passions. I've always been a person who loves video games. I also like kids. So it was one of my passions to start an indie game studio. I like games. I like making stuff that's entertaining for people. I like something that kids can play. We need to see more black faces on screen. And not in stereotypical black roles that they give us. The roles that we create for ourselves. So that's why, I started my own stuff. It's growing slowly but surely. Do I got the money of Activision? Microsoft? Hell no. Probably never will. But at least when we release our first game, I'm not going to tell you all when it's going to be released because I'll let you know the closer it gets to that date. Because I don't want to be one of those people that say, oh, we can release it then, and that shit don't come out. They like, hey, nigga, you said you. Nah, well, it's a game. It took them 12 years to develop StarCraft 2. 12 years. Relax. You know what I'm saying? Works will be completed. You know what I'm saying? I think it was Kentaro Himura. Was that the guy who did Berserk? Passed away before Berserk was complete. But when he was here, Berserk has been a part of my childhood and life since I was like 10. Probably shouldn't have been watching it either, cause yeah. My dad was just like, "Hey, fuck no, you ain't watching this shit." I was just like, Daddy, it's too awesome for me to miss. I can't. Only thing you set me up to do is to lie to you. Dad, I gotta watch it. It's too dope. So here's what we gonna do. I am going to watch this Berserk video because remember, this is back in the day Blockbuster, so we didn't have, the anime portals that we got now, so we had to work with what we had. So I'm like, listen, Daddy, I'm gonna be watching this YouTube. I'm not YouTube. I'm tripping. This Berserk video, and you're just gonna have to go upstairs and go to sleep because if I don't watch it, then I'm going to lie to you and say I'm not going to watch it, but I'm actually going to watch it. So I don't want to lie to you. I'm going to watch Berserk. I'm going to watch Guyver. I'm going to watch Ninja Scroll. I'm going to watch Vampire Hunter D. I'm taking it back. You know what I'm saying? Guyver. That's just the way it's going to be. Damn, my computer's trying to get loud as hell, so I think it's trying to tell me that it's time to wrap it up. So that's it for this episode of Elevated. Make sure you drop a like, share, and I really would appreciate a subscribe. We're trying to get to 100 followers or 100 subscribers, I should say. I think I'm at like 70 something. I want to get to 100 subscribers, man. I want to get to 100 subscribers. Because I got some good information to share with people. I think Kevin Samuels had good information to share with people. But again, that's this episode of Elevated. Everybody be safe out there. Life is precious. You never know when it's gonna end. We gotta start treating each other better. Let's go. Let's get trained up. Let's become better. Because black folks, we don't get our shit together. We are going to get erased. We don't get our skill set, our leadership, the way we treat each other on a gender scale, men and women, how we treat each other as black folks. Like if we don't start figuring this shit out, you know, that's it. We'll be just like the Aboriginals, who none of you ever met before. So, with that being said, engineering fam, good luck, be safe. That's it.